Warning, medical disclaimer. The information presented in this transmission explores the theoretical intersection of quantum physics, evolutionary biology, and spirituality. It is strictly for educational purposes regarding the phenomenon known as ascension. This content is not medical advice. If you are experiencing physical pain, heart palpitations, or severe mental distress, you must consult a medical professional immediately. We address the energetic aspects of the body only after medical pathology has been ruled out. Proceed with discernment. Listen to me very carefully. If you found this transmission, it is not an accident. The algorithm did not choose you. Your own frequency pulled this information into your reality. This is a priority alert for the chosen ones. Right now, as you listen to my voice, I want you to scan your body. Are you exhausted? I do not mean the kind of tired you get after a long day at the office. I mean a deep cellular exhaustion that sleep simply does not fix. You wake up after 8 hours and you feel like you have been fighting a war in the astral plane. Your limbs feel heavy, like lead. Your motivation is gone. Are you experiencing strange, unexplainable aches, sharp, migrating pains that move from your lower back to your neck to your hip joints? Do you hear it? That sound, that high-pitched ringing in your ears, the sound of silence screaming. You check the room, you check the electronics, but there is no external source. The sound is inside your head. It is a frequency. If you wake up between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. almost every single night, your heart is pounding. There is sweat on your forehead. You feel a surge of electricity vibrating through your spine, and your mind is wide open, unable to shut down. If you are listening to this, chances are you have already been to the doctor. You were scared. You thought something was wrong. You did the blood work. You had the MRI scans. You checked your thyroid. You checked your heart. And they all came back with the same frustrating result. Normal. They say you are fine. They say your vitals are perfect. They say maybe it's just stress. Maybe you need more vitamins. Maybe you're depressed. They look at the data and they see a healthy human functioning within standard parameters. But you look in the mirror and you feel like you are dying. You feel like your body is falling apart. You feel like you're losing your mind. You feel like you are fading away. I am here to tell you the truth, that modern medicine is not yet equipped to diagnose. If the doctors say you're healthy, but you still feel this way, then hear this. You are not sick, you are not broken, and you are certainly not dying. You are mutating. We are currently living through the most significant evolutionary leap in human history. This is not a metaphor, this is biology. Science calls it spontaneous evolution. The mystics call it ascension. But in the language of the Matrix, it's a hardware upgrade. You are attempting to run the latest high-power software on a computer built 20 years ago. The system overheats, the fan spins out of control, the screen glitches, the battery drains in minutes, the operating system crashes. That's exactly what is happening to you. Your body is the hardware, your consciousness is the software, and right now, the cosmic voltage coming into your system is increasing so fast that your biological circuits are frying. This is not a disease. This is the chrysalis phase. Consider the caterpillar. When a caterpillar enters the cocoon to become a butterfly, it doesn't just sprout wings and fly away. That's a fairy tale. The biological reality is violent. It's destructive. Inside the cocoon, the caterpillar's body completely dissolves. It releases enzymes that digest its own tissue. It turns into a genetic soup. It liquefies. But here's the miracle. Amid this soup, new cells appear. Biologists call them imaginal cells. At first, The caterpillar's immune system attacks these new cells because it perceives them as a threat. It thinks they're an infection. It's a war inside the cocoon. It's painful. It's the death of the old self to make space for the new. If the caterpillar had a human mind, it would go to the doctor and say, "Doctor, help me. I'm disintegrating. My structure is collapsing." But nature knows better. Destruction is the prerequisite for creation. You are in the cocoon. You are liquefying. You are changing from a carbon-based entity into a crystalline-based transmitter. Do not fear the pain. The pain is the breaking of the shell. Do not fear the fatigue. The fatigue is the rebooting of the system. If you are experiencing these symptoms, you have been selected. The mutation has begun. Stop for a second. Breathe. If you are still listening, it means your soul recognizes this truth. Do not be a passive victim of this process. You must claim your authority over your own biology. If you are ready to stop suffering and start upgrading, scroll down right now and confirm your status to the Matrix. Type the command, "I am upgrading." Do it now. Tell yourselves that you are in charge. Let us decode the first and terrifying symptom, the panic. You are sitting on your couch, completely safe. There is no danger, no tiger chasing you, no gun pointed at your head. But suddenly, your heart starts racing at 120 beats per minute. Your chest tightens, your breath gets shallow. A wave of doom washes over you. You think, "I'm having a heart attack," or "I'm having a nervous breakdown." In the medical world, this is labeled generalized anxiety disorder. And if you need medication to stabilize yourself, take it. There is no shame in stability. But you must understand the root cause underneath the chemistry. What if the signal is not an error? What if the signal is simply too strong for the wire? We need to talk about the vagus nerve. This is the most critical piece of biological machinery in the awakening process. It is the holy grail of your nervous system. The vagus nerve is the longest nerve in the body. It connects your brainstem to your heart, your lungs, your stomach, and your intestines. It is the superhighway of information. In a sleeping human, an NPC, the vagus nerve operates at a standard low voltage. It handles survival, eat, sleep, reproduce, defend. But you have initiated the download of high-frequency data. Ancient traditions call this Kundalini energy. Modern physics calls it bioplasma or photonic light. Whatever you call it, it is electricity, high-voltage spiritual electricity. When this energy starts to rise from the base of your spine, it hits the vagus nerve like a lightning bolt hitting a copper wire. Your nervous system is being asked to carry 220 volts when it was built for 110 volts. The anxiety you feel is not fear, it is resistance. It is the friction of high energy moving through a blocked wire. Your reptilian brain, the oldest part of your brain responsible for survival, detects this massive surge of energy. It does not understand spiritual enlightenment. It only understands threat. It scans the environment. It sees no tiger, so it concludes the threat is internal. Something is wrong. Panic. It floods your system with cortisol and adrenaline to fight an invisible enemy. But there is no enemy. The heart palpitations, that is your heart chakra expanding. Studies by the Heart Math Institute have shown that the heart produces an electromagnetic field 5,000 times stronger than the brain. During awakening, your heart is trying to synchronize with the rising frequency of the earth itself, the Schumann resonance. The earth's heartbeat is speeding up. Your heart is racing to catch up. It's a calibration process. You might also feel the vibrations. Many of you have written to me saying you feel like your bed is shaking at night, or you feel a buzzing sensation under your skin, like a cell phone on silent mode is vibrating inside your muscles. This is literal cellular acceleration. Every atom in the universe is vibrating. Solids are just atoms vibrating slowly. Light is atoms vibrating fast. As you awaken, the spin rate of your electrons is increasing. You are literally becoming less solid and more light. The shaking is the sensation of your density breaking apart. You are not just a body anymore. You are becoming a conduit. The vagus nerve is mutating from a copper wire into a fiber optic cable. Why? So you can transmit and receive data from the quantum field instantly. Telepathy, intuition, instant manifestation. These require high-speed biological internet. You are currently under construction. The internet is down while the technicians install the fiber optics. Be patient with the glitch. I need to know the specific data from your simulation. Are you experiencing the phantom vibration? Do you feel the buzzing under your skin or the sudden heart acceleration when you are resting? This is a specific marker of the vagus nerve mutation. Let me know in the comments, yes or no. Your data helps us map the wave of awakening. Chapter 2. The Junk DNA Deception, Unlocking the Code. Now we must descend deeper, past the organs, past the nerves, into the nucleus of the cell itself. We need to talk about the lie you were told about your DNA. For decades, mainstream science has told you a very strange story. They mapped the human genome and found that only approximately 3% of your DNA codes for protein building. That means only 3% of your DNA is responsible for building your eyes, your skin, your blood, your bones. So what is the other 97%? For years, scientists arrogantly called it junk DNA. Think about the absurdity of that. Nature is ruthless efficiency. Nature does not waste a single atom. Do you really believe the universe engineered a biological machine as complex as the human body, but left 97% of the instruction manual as trash? Impossible. In the circles of quantum metaphysics, it is believed that the 97% is not junk. It is dormant code. It is a hard drive full of advanced software that has been zipped, encrypted, and switched to off. Why? Because you did not need it for survival in the 3D matrix. You do not need telepathy to work a 9-to-5 job. You do not need self-healing capabilities to pay taxes. You do not need interdimensional travel to watch television. The matrix keeps you in survival mode so that you only use the 3%, the slave code. But now, the environment is changing. You may have heard of solar flares or coronal mass ejections. The sun is blasting Earth with unprecedented amounts of gamma rays and high-frequency light. Mainstream news tells you this might disrupt radio signals or GPS. What they do not tell you is what it does to the human radio. You are the human radio. Biophysics has proven that DNA emits and absorbs light, biophotons. DNA is a liquid crystal antenna. These incoming gamma rays are not just heat, they are information. They are unlock keys. When these high-frequency photonic codes hit your body, they bypass your conscious mind and go straight to the nucleus of your cells. They are flipping the switches in the 97% junk DNA. This is the cause of the Ascension Flu and the deep bone aches. Why the bones? Because the bone marrow is the factory of your blood. It is the manufacturing plant for stem cells. When your DNA begins to activate ancient codes, the potential for the 12-strand DNA, the construction site is in the marrow. You feel a deep, dull ache inside your legs, your hips, your shoulders. It feels like growing pains you had as a child. That is exactly what they are. You are growing. Your density is being purged. Carbon is element number 6 on the periodic table. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. 6, 6, 6. The number of the beast. The number of physical matter. We are moving towards a silicon or crystalline structure capable of holding more light. This burns immense amounts of energy. This is why you are exhausted. Your body is redirecting all available resources to the core for the upgrade. You try to work, but your brain is in a fog. You try to exercise, but your limbs feel like lead. This is a safety mechanism. The body is forcing you to stop. It is saying, shut down, lie down. I need all the power for the transformation. If you fight this, if you drink 5 cups of coffee to force yourself to be productive, you are prolonging the pain. You are disrupting the file transfer. The fever flashes you feel, the sudden waves of heat, that is not a virus. That is the friction of heavy density leaving the body. It is the metabolic heat of rapid cellular regeneration. You are also burning off karma. Scientists in the field of epigenetics have proven that trauma is passed down through DNA. The fear of your grandmother, the starvation of your great-great-father, it is written in your code. As the light comes in, it forces these old, low-frequency records to surface so they can be deleted. You might feel sudden waves of grief, anger, or sadness that do not belong to you. You are cleaning house for your entire bloodline.
Chapter 3. The Great Purge, Gut and Skin. We have discussed the rewiring of the nerves and the activation of the code. Now we must talk about the physical removal of the old operating system. This brings us to the most uncomfortable aspect of the mutation, the purge. As your frequency rises, your body can no longer hold on to density. Density is not just a metaphysical concept, it is physical. It is toxins, it is heavy metals, it is processed chemicals, and most importantly, it is stored emotional trauma. You might be experiencing sudden and severe digestive issues, bloating that makes you look 6 months pregnant even if you only ate a salad, intolerances to foods you have loved your whole life, nausea, the feeling that your stomach is rejecting everything. The medical world calls this IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and shrugs its shoulders. But here is the mechanics of the awakening body. Your solar plexus, the area of your stomach, is not just for digesting food, it is your second brain. Science has confirmed that the gut contains over 100 million neurons, more than the spinal cord. It produces 95% of your serotonin. It is a processing center for energy. For years, you have been eating dead food, processed, genetically modified, low vibrational matter. Your 3D body tolerated it, but your new 5D body, it rejects it violently. It is a frequency mismatch. You are trying to put diesel fuel into a Tesla. The engine will not run. Your body is screaming at you to stop ingesting low-frequency matter because it interferes with the crystallization of your DNA. The bloating is often not gas. It is the expansion of the energy center in the gut, trying to burn off the fear and gut feelings of trauma you swallowed years ago. Then there is the skin. Have you noticed rashes, itchiness with no bug bites, breakouts of acne like you're a teenager again? The skin is the largest organ of elimination. When the liver and kidneys are overloaded with the toxins being released from your cells, the body pushes the waste out through the skin. This is not a dermatology problem. This is a detox crisis. We must also talk about the fascia. Fascia is the connective tissue that wraps around every muscle, bone, and organ in your body like a spider web. For a long time, doctors thought it was just packaging material. But now we know. Fascia is a liquid crystalline storage medium. It holds memory. The body keeps the score. Every time you were hurt and didn't cry, every time you were scared and didn't fight back, that energy was frozen into your fascia. It created a knot, a blockage. Now, as the Kundalini current rises, it hits these blockages. It forces the fascia to melt and release that trapped energy. This is why you might have random pains in your hips or shoulders that feel emotional. You might be stretching your leg and suddenly feel an urge to cry. The pain is the memory leaving the tissue. The structure is unknotting itself. I want you to be honest with the community. It validates the experience for everyone else. Have you developed a sudden intolerance to certain foods or random skin issues that doctors can't explain? You are not alone. Comment below, purging the old. Let the matrix know you are cleaning house.
Chapter 4. The Crown Pressure. The Pineal Activation. Move your attention now to the head. This is perhaps the most common and undeniable sign of the chosen one. The headaches. Not a normal headache, a pressure, a squeezing sensation right between your eyebrows, or a feeling like a tight band is wrapped around your skull, or a sensation of heaviness on the very top of your head, as if someone is pushing down with their thumb. Sometimes your vision blurs. You see sparkles of light in your peripheral vision. You feel dizzy, like gravity has shifted. Welcome to the activation of the pineal and pituitary glands. Deep in the center of your brain sits the pineal gland. The ancients called it the seat of the soul. Biologically, it is a small pine cone-shaped gland that regulates sleep cycles. But internally, it is filled with water and tiny crystals called calcite microcrystals. These crystals have a property called piezoelectricity. This means that when they are squeezed or pressurized, they release an electrical charge. They release light. As the high-frequency energy from the base of your spine reaches the brain, it physically squeezes the pineal gland. The crystals inside activate. They begin to glow. This is the biological mechanism of the third eye opening. The pressure you feel in your forehead is the physical expansion of this gland. It is growing. It is discarding the calcification caused by fluoride and toxins. It is upgrading its capacity to produce not just melatonin, but biochemicals like DMT and pineal, the molecules that allow you to perceive other dimensions. And the pressure on top of the head, the crown? This is literal structural change. Your skull is not one solid bone. It is made of plates held together by sutures. In infants, these sutures are open to allow the brain to grow. In adults, they fuse. However, during intense spiritual mutation, the cranial sutures can loosen slightly to accommodate the expansion of the electromagnetic field of the brain. You are literally expanding your mind. The bone structure is shifting to house a higher intelligence. The dizziness, vertigo, is the result of your Merkaba, your light body field spinning faster. Your inner ear, which controls balance, operates on fluid. As your vibration changes, the fluid density changes, throwing off your equilibrium. You are learning to walk between worlds. It takes time to find your balance. Chapter 5. The Prescription. How to Survive the Upgrade. So, You have the diagnosis. You understand the biology. Now, what do you do? How do you survive the metamorphosis without collapsing? First, I reiterate, I am a decoder of reality, not a doctor. Continue your medical treatments if you have a condition. But for the symptoms of ascension, you cannot stop the process. Once the awakening starts, there is no pause button. Resistance only creates more pain. Here is the protocol for the mutating entity. 1. Hydration is not optional, it is critical. You are shifting from carbon to crystal. You are becoming an electrical conductor. What does electricity need to flow? Water. If you are dehydrated, your nerves will fry. The headaches will be unbearable. But tap water is not enough. It is dead water full of chemicals. You need structured water. You need electrolytes. Add a pinch of Celtic sea salt or Himalayan pink salt to your water. Salt is a crystal. It helps conduct the signal. You need to flush the toxins out of your lymph system constantly. Drink twice as much as you think you need. 2. Grounding, earthing. You are carrying a massive electrical charge in your head. You need a lightning rod to discharge the excess voltage, or you will burn out. The earth is that rod. Go outside, take off your shoes, put your bare feet on the grass, the dirt, or the sand. This is not hippie philosophy, this is physics. The earth has a negative charge. Your inflamed body has a positive charge. When you touch the ground, electrons flow from the earth into you, neutralizing free radicals and lowering inflammation instantly. If you feel anxious or dizzy, anchor yourself to the planet. It is your battery charger. 3. Dietary simplification. Listen to your gut. If meat feels heavy, stop eating it for a while. If bread makes you bloat, cut it out. Your body is trying to tell you that it needs light food to build a light body. Consider intermittent fasting. Digestion takes a huge amount of energy. When you fast for 16 hours, you give your body a break. It can stop focusing on digesting a heavy meal and focus its energy on repairing your DNA. Fast to heal. 4. The art of surrender. Rest. Stop pushing. Stop the grind. If you are tired, sleep. Sleep is not laziness. Sleep is when the integration happens. When you sleep, your consciousness leaves the body so the mechanics can work on the engine without your ego interfering. If you need 10 hours, take 10 hours. Do not feel guilty. You are doing the most important work of your life. You are building the vessel for the new earth. The butterfly effect. Look at your life right now. It may feel messy. It may feel painful. It may feel like you are breaking down. But remember the caterpillar. To the caterpillar, the liquefaction process feels like the end of the world. To the master, it is known as the beginning of the butterfly. You are being stripped of everything that is not you. The fatigue strips away your need to please others. The food intolerances strip away your addiction to numbness. The anxiety strips away your illusions of control. Pain is the great purifier. You are being hollowed out. Why? Because only a hollow flute can play the music of the divine. You are being emptied of the density of the 3D matrix so that you can be filled with the light of the 5th dimension. So the next time your bones ache, the next time your head pounds, do not say, "I am sick." Say, "Thank you." Say, "I am releasing." Say, "I am becoming." Your body is preparing itself. The hardware upgrade is nearing completion. But a computer is useless without the user. Once the vessel is ready, where does the pilot go? Once you detach from the 3D reality, there is a space between the old world and the new world. A frightening, empty, silent space where nothing seems to exist. The mystics call it the void state. Most people panic when they reach the void. They think they have lost everything. They think God has abandoned them. But the Chosen One knows that the void is not empty, it is pregnant with potential. In the next transmission, we will enter that darkness together. We will learn how to navigate the void state, the waiting room of the universe, where you manifest reality instantly before it hardens into matter. The body is the first step. The mind is the final frontier. If you are still standing, if you are still breathing, if you are still mutating, you are stronger than you know. Subscribe and turn on the bell. The transformation is not over. I am you. You are me. We are the mutation. Stay hydrated. Stay awakened. Do not let your pain be wasted. Use it. Prove to the universe that you are no longer a victim, but an alchemist. Seal this energy in the comments below. Type, I transmute the pain.